carry that momentum forward into today. I think this is a super streaky team. You know, when they run hot, they're really, really hot. So they want to use what they learned yesterday and bring it up.
Oh my God. Frost is just, nope,
there's a lot to do for Marco.
Couple shots out there. Hyunmin hunting for some tag damage. Not going to find much. Mako going to find a kill. Doesn't he suspect it? Oh, seems like he does. Goes ahead, trades it up 2-1 in that regard. In the meantime, back over here on the A site. Freeing up over the top. Post plan, but freeing. Getting quite a bit of damage. Headshot there through the corner of the wall. Puts him down to 50. Footsteps flying, but Estrella joins in, holds the angle. Now the salvo's free to fly.
One enemy remaining.
And okay, actually going to be able to find the kill there. Primi, a nice headshot. Looks for a little bit more, but ultimately cannot get this round win. That's going to be DRX starting things. The salvos will be sent to go ahead and delay the plan. Spot out on a 1, but good amount of damage. Going to be suffered there by Hyunmin. Makes his quick exit, still has that Guardian in hand as Freeing comes away with a second, a third. Oh my God, the fadeaway shot in the final bullet. And Mako swooping out will find Kahlua. And DRX looking to make this a flawless anti-eco.
Let's see what damage Premier can do here. Couple low members.
And we'll just be Freeing picking up a 4K to fast track.
Later as well. Just be very consistent.
4 regen shields in here for the side of DRX. Hyunmin instantly taken out. Solid headshot there from Primi, looking for a little.
And a lot of passiveness from the rest of TALON over at that A site as well. So getting the inkling that this is going to switch over towards B.
They know they're giving it up, but Mako's still able to find one before he gets taken down by Tai. Available here for the side of TALON. DRX in a bad spot. Shock Dart going to fly. Now looking to just go ahead and commit for the stick, but no. Dragged off into here for a second. Crew's able to find one, Plant having to be stuck, but they're just getting overwhelmed and taken down. TALON will go ahead and get themselves on. Needing to be cautious about potentially having had Mako slip forward under 2, but isn't reading it, but Mako sticks around. Goes for the peek. Jit Boy's going to be taken down. Primi here on that right-hand side on the approach, but it's going to be Bane coming away with the kills. Cruz gets taken out. Primi still here. The tailwind expiring, needing to find some damage and can just push up into the cover. They're watching for. The answer is absolutely. Freeing right there on top. As now the double push out from B is going to be noted. Mako dead, but gets all the info they need. Knows that there's going to be a player here behind, but he's looking to just play this quietly here for the moment. Primi on the check, swings out. Minor damage taken. Finds the headshot. Mako now on the floor.
Now DRX, as they go for the plant, they're going to have to play a battle in 2 sides of the map.
Primi just looking to try to get the one tap, finds it. Hyunmin does manage to shut him down before he can do more damage and finds the follow-up on the tie to keep this now into a 3v2. Clean shots from Hyunmin, bailing them out here in the round. And as the wall falls, so too shall Cruz. Estrella looking snappy, and now for Jit Boys, it's really just about trying to deal some form of damage, stop that economy of DRX from really bubbling up. Not sure if Estrella's going to be ready for this. Nope, not at all. Guardian to the back of the head. Some damage found. Here at 410, trying to see if he can get a peak, very hairline angle that he's trying to play off of here.
You need some ambition, though, from TALON in a round such as this. They've got Kahlua down onto a Sheriff, so he's going to play a little bit more informative or bait and switch.
Oh, Tai creeping forward, and Bane, I don't think he's necessarily going to read it. Somehow, doesn't actually get any shots in. Tai managing. Right now, is it being asked to watch here from behind. Hyunmin is moving forward, gets himself up onto the belt. Spotting one, dropping, hitting the floor, and puts both players down. Just a lack of reaction. Not realizing whatsoever. Tap at the spike. Jit Boys doing well, bringing this back into a 3v3, but now the salvos fly to further delay. Push under the corner. Mako drags across, finds the headshot. The Armageddon gets sent here from Freeing to further buy more time. The swing out, Hyunmin finding the first, and the dart.
I mean, not noted just yet, by the way.
Hyunmin's making noise. He's just running up, but Mako's now found it. Swings the angle, and it's one of those plays that makes you think, are they telling him to run, to bait the angle, to keep the eyes trained there, or is it all just dumb luck? Either way, it's Mako with 2. A sight opened up, and Bane, very far back linger here in the spawn. Gets the catch on the Jit Boys. Tai gonna try to flush him out with the Guardian, but loses the fight as well. Nearly kills him. Estrella sees the one side, swoops in, and can't quite get it line fast enough. Kahlua does keep himself. Just be with Bill tucked back. The Reckoning now opening up on the site. As some nanos get popped, Hyunmin waiting here on the side of the wall. Primi coming away with one. Estrella going to be taken down. Up and over the top goes Hyunmin, and Jitboys immediately snipes him out of the sky. It's the one kill answered back here for now, but DRX for the moment very much contained and held at bay as Primi is looking electric here. 3 kills found. Cruz. It does go ahead and
Is silently approaching.
change up position here for Primi. Top of screen. Swing out. Fring able to go ahead and find that kill from Nest. And once again, pop to try to buy some time here. Jitboys does have the lockdown. Sends it. No Armageddon to go for a clear on this. Plant now being committed to. This means it's going to be probably a bit of a late exit. Not an exit at all. Estrella taken down in transit. Pit is out here from the side of Mako. Immediate tap coming through, and Hyunmin scaling forward. Narrowly is able to get the weapon out in time to take down Jitboy. Swing onto the corner though. Kahlua going to be good for that. As Freeing is just fearlessly riding the rope across. He's making all the noise in the world, and now it's getting frantic. Mako spraying. Barely is able to find one, and now needs to clutch it out here from within the pit. Ty on the approach. Over the top of the bite. Mako playing it so.
Map.
Just anytime Talon gain an inch, they lose a mile. Hit off of that. Mako, though, even a re-clear into mid. Jitboys, he's hearing footsteps. Calling for to get some extra eyes under tube. Poison Orb goes up. Mako now not going to be ready for this forward position. Estrella, though, instantaneous with a response, and now because of this preset position, Bane able to go ahead and get a deep lockdown, but the Hunter's Fury comes through, so Cruz can clear that out. Space can now be disrespected here by Talon as Primi. Through the smoke, able to find one. Bane going to be taken down. A 3v4 here for DRX. They try to close this out with Armageddon coming in over the top here from Kahlua, but they will be able to escape the blast zone. Knives popped, stun into the corner, the drop down. Primi looking for the double, cannot make it happen. It's all on Hyunmin. He can only find one. Still damage dealt here, but it's going to be Talon coming away with a 3rd round victory.
This time Mako not able to do any damage up the guts of mid.
If nothing else, got him to waste pretty much an entire mag.
Reckoning out.
Reckoning to come through, and Jitboys pushing forward, playing aggressively. He's able to find one, and Primi comes away with a 2nd. Just Kahlua traded out. It's a massive trade up here for the side of Talon. Stun connecting, but I mean, yeah, that's already the Reckoning expired. Mako on the hunt, but not suspicious enough. Cruz as well in a forward spot. It's going to be Bane with a hell of a headshot. Yes, not able to find anything else either.
And that immediately turns things upside down, doesn't it, right now? From a 4 versus 3 into the favor of DRX. You've already got the site scoped out a little bit as I say that, but Mako gets Primi.
Go for this. A couple players on the side of DRX similarly don't have that much money behind. We'll be able to find one, clear the nano, but really execute onto the site, it would seem.
Lots of utility exchanges at the moment.
Salvo's going through, Bane able to find one, and Gunman just crouching in underneath. Jitboys can take it down now. Primi with 45. Just going to be backed up by Cruz, who only has a stinger. And it's quickly going to be left on the floor. Instantaneous headshot from Primi. Still on point in that regard, but it's now just Thai, and he has been noted. Mako looking to keep him held down here in mid, and he cannot fight his way out. Mako wins those, and that's going to be a Eddie push forward here from Talon. Recon sent out. Mako caught on timing. Turns around, Kahlua right there, says hello, takes him down. I thought it was a straight bullet. It was a straight salvo as Primi will fall. Freeing doing well to find one, but Estrella just getting absolutely melted out through the walls. And this is the thing when you got 2 Vipers and then you get a Harbor into the mix as well. You can't see a damn thing. Body still hitting the floor though, and it will be Talon as Ty comes away with 3 kills.
6 rounds.
So they're getting that pit online as well quickly here for Ty. Could be very good for the post plants. Gunman though, over the top, able to find one. Classic, potentially over greed here on his position. Backs away. There's a spot out on the 1. Estrella taken down.
Just weaponry retainment here for Talon.
Well, Bane does have that Sheriff. Finds Kahlua. Shot to the side of the head. Stun sent, not connecting. Primi still here. Top of 410. Now going to be spotted. Hyunmin playing off the back of that. And oh boy, now suddenly we have to pump the brakes. Ty looking for a 3rd. Finds it here in the round, but now getting overwhelmed. And Cruz, last one standing. Still some time here. Draws out with the Ghost. Spring picks up the Phantom. And DR. We've seen stranger things. You've got two sheriffs here for the side of Talon. We could just get those thrifties into thrifties, the old Gen G special.
Waiting for the high tide to fall on down. But Australia going to start things off.
Close angle, multiplayer spotted. What is that?
Ridiculous.
Oh, that is insane as. So is, okay. We've gone from Shakespeare to absurdity.
Yeah.
One down.
Primi will be able to go ahead and find one as Hyunmin falls, but good God.
Just seen more kills through walls without any vision on your opponents in these last few rounds than we have with actual vision.
30 seconds left.
Well, up and over the top, the spot onto Estrella, but Estrella with the better weapon. Hits around, sets up the other wall.
Always one of the valuable things of having the double wall comp on this map. Lots of stall ability, but there goes Jip Boys.
Okay. Jip Boy's able to find Bane there under tube. Catching him just outside kitchen.
Oh, the
They
reveal.
reveal it, but it's straight. This man is Daredevil. If you can't see it, you're dead. Either way, salvos are there in reply. Comes away with that one. The AWP just a hair too late to try to find a catch, and now it's going to be Hyunmin in a bit of a rough position.
Oh, they're not looking for Marco, not really.
Oh, they turn back, but he's still able to find one. 22 HP remaining. Mako repeats it, finds the second, and Hyunmin swaps over. Position here gets himself situated more towards back sight. Rope is heard. Estrella trying to play close. Ooh, shoulder to shoulder, but Jit Boys gets the better of it, gets a jump there, but Knight is going to be ground into a fine pace, as is Kahlua. How is Bane coming away with 2 kills on Nanos?
Ridiculous.
Spike planted.
Spike planted, but Hyunmin just gets out onto the wider angle. Jit Boys shut down, knives now pulled as he's just bounding around the site. He's got Bane here, right there with him. Gets a 3K. And this is now an unwinnable position. Everything in the kitchen sink thrown at him. 13-4. As DRX looking for a bit of a trap play here on the south side. Reinforcements being called over as it's just going to be a tuck behind the box. And Estrella's going to be taken down. Trap sprung right back over.
And defend.
Swinging off the relay bolt. Just tiny damage there on a Cruz. Freeing. Flies to it, swings over the door. Finds one. Hyunmin coming away with a second. Does eventually get taken down. Drop. Going to be noted and heard here. And Mako catching a glimpse of the gun. He's able to find the head of Jit Boys. And towards spawn. Looks like the answer is yes, but Bane is there. And he's noted it as well. Now they're flushed back in. The time is just not going to be there. 12 seconds remaining. Instant headshot found. Down to the last 7. Freeing closest member. Now it just goes for the delay, and it is over. Plant cannot be found. Freeing will lose his life. Ty will come away with another 3K here. Cruz able to avoid getting tapped. Is Freeing almost getting timinged, but now Jit Boys needing to backpedal frantically and get some damage in, but cannot find much more than that. Cam going to be spotting out multiple players. Bane just going to be sat here in tower, as he often is. This is his spot.
Like butter, baby.
There's Cruz not ready for anybody to be this. Death or Plant, we'll see which one it's going to be, but DRX now very much understanding where they're going to be looking to go, as it's going to be a quick little rewind there from Primi. Snaps back over towards that drop position. Freeing running out of bullets, will end up falling. It's going to be the one cat is rushing forward here. Still throwing the check onto the opposite side. Salvo's set and ready for Cruz. But here comes the push. He's just stuck on the iPad. Does get taken down, and DRX likely going to be more than satisfied with that pick. They go backpedaling, riding the rope now. Is Jit Boys. Bane with that stinger. Go ahead and find a kill. Kahlua pushing up in towards A main, though. Able to find Estrella here in halls. A real solid opening they have for the moment. Freeing just with it goes to try to hold the door. Does get the smoke off and looks to reposition. Oh, dash forward. Is a little jump back, but still able to trade for another. Kahlua now on the floor. The molly here just in front of their feet. They've got Mako from drop as well.
Hyunmin slipped into the right spot, though.
And he absolutely has. Primi still doing well to find the kill. Smoke dissipating, put some damage down, but exchanged back. Bane now arriving with a weapon upgrade. Primi tapping, just trying to see if he can suss out where this Cypher is going to be coming from. It's going to be even more damage taken. Well, Bane will find it. Second one for him. And down to 14.
Smoke's down.
As Mako getting the spot out, swings,
Enemy down.
and is eventually able to snap on, so Primi gonna get picked up to pieces. Spotted out more. It's Mako just coming away with another. And then man who started off the round tagged down is gonna be the last one alive here for Talon as DRX look to go 4-0 in flawless fashion. Gentleman just steadily swinging forward. Oh,
He gets it done.
for a second. I believe maybe ready to come through. As stun, connecting, Bane just backpedaling orbital strike to try to flush him back into the spawn, but Mako still gonna get caught. Bane still stunned up now, out into the open. Ends up falling one by one. Talon will pick them apart as Cruz is able to find a little bit more. 3K for him, as he will now have his
The position that he is placing that out, but at least confirmed in the map now with the destruction of the camera.
stealth drone to Han. Maybe at least one spotted, but shit boys. At the ready, finds the headshot. Hyunmin knocked out of the park. Hell of a shot, operator now lost. And Cruz with the Armageddon to go ahead and help ensure that they can close out this round. Spot on the one though, Thai will still fall, freeing. Getting that hit. There's a swing in, and Klua can't quite steady the aim. Straight up there with covering fire, able to find it, but great distraction play. The Waylay goes diving forward, and that allows them to find the punish. Shit Boys, however, trying to hold things down on that arcade side, ends up falling to the wayside. Kill found, Spike now dropped, and in Mako's grasp.
Yeah, a bit of a difficult situation to be picking that one up from as well.
You've got salvos. I mean, Cruz is a full kit to try to utilize here. Primi, though, absolutely nothing. Just kind of needs to hit the shot, and he's able to do so. Ultimate now online.
Oh, but the push up from Cruz, maybe unexpected for Bane here.
Find the timing, though, Primi. Plant is done. Here behind the box, and oh yeah, he knows exactly where this is, and he's ushered him straight into Cruz's open arms. Nicely done here from the side of Talon. Clear it out. Shit Boys tagged very low. Now going to be stunned up.
Oh, did you see him?
They haven't quite noticed him until this very moment. Walks straight into his thing, and Estrella is there. Finds, against Thai, and I don't think he's going to be able to find too much value there. Thai just going to stay tucked. Dripped across.
Oh, you say that.
Never mind. Just draws out the classic, and he's right as rain. High take it down. Weapon now recovered. Either way, decent damage being dealt here from the side of DRX. They're looking for another thrifty. Cruz from this defender's side, able to find one. Estrella comes away with another. Now a 2-1, and they know Cruz's position. The salvos have to be baited out. It's going to be a hold the half. Estrella giving his life. Trying to make this clutchable here for Mako. Just needs to narrowly find it. And no, will not be able to do so. The back away, Cruz gets out. It's a Red Bull clutch.
Door of DRX, 3 in a row. Full gun rounds to be presented. Operator back in the hands of Hyunmin, though not going to be seeing too much for the time being over at Dish.
Spray across the Bane, just anticipating this.
Is essentially just going to be sitting here, waiting to see if the team is eventually going to make their way through main. See if anyone is going to be presenting him with a duel, which Hyunmin, just aware of the situation.
In quite just yet, but applying steady pressure here from both sides. Drone cleared out, freeing. Potentially going to be in a bit of a bad spot here as Tripwire gets sent. Fault line's going to be exchanged, and yep, the pinch comes in. Freeing going to be taken down. Headshot found there by Estrella, but cannot confirm that kill. Mako now dead, and this quick hit here from Talon.
And in a hunt scenario like this, I mean, you look at the credits of Talon, it's not the worst thing to try and remove the operator, for example.
Well, they know where it is.
But can they get
Question.
it?
Bane does get a glimpse. Gives him an idea. What they're going to look to do is Primi inserts himself over in towards Canteen. Going to re-trigger to go ahead and rewind back. And it's just going to be an exchange here on the side itself. Primi ignoring it. Lingers in spawn, and Mako not prepared at all. DRX now in a tough position again where they might have to consider the save if they can try to get out to a better position.
Heroics from Hyunmin or from Bane, who do have the heavy weapons. Speaking
Forward
of,
to be played out here in the half. And yeah, at the ready. I mean, Primi, does he send the ultimate in first? The answer is going to be no. Goes up and over the top. Estrella, though, stunned up there on top of the salvos, ends up getting taken down. Contained here within the site, but DRX needs to still try to find some way to flush him out of this.
good shot.
The first one falls. Solid headshot into a follow-up. Thai ripping them to pieces, looking for the third. Bane, or rather Mako, does manage to find it. Tied at worst, in the lead at best.
Yeah, I noted in that one when Freeing dropped the salvos to buy some time for the team when the plant started to go.
He's read it so well.
He disconnected to get the gun up at dip.
Come pushing forward in towards him. As Hyunmin on a very aggressive line slides over into the corner, but Kahlua able to find the shot.
On it at the beginning here, see if Jitboys can get anything when that smoke starts to fade. Same can be said for Marco.
Just here inside of the smoke, looking for a timing, swings out. It's only going to be good for one. Kahlua now with that kill. Rolling Thunder does get built up, goes across in towards backside, but Estrella able to do a 180, turns back, finds Jitboys. As the orbital now crashes down here onto the site, but Freeing already going to be dealt with. Estrella swung out wide, joining in alongside Bane. They'll find one apiece, but nothing.
Immediately destroyed over in main by Hyunmin too. So there's an idea already for Talon that there's some forward progression in A main.
Online sent, the catch on the Hyunmin, no! Plants his feet, finds two! How's he done that? He's worked down the 10 HP. Jitboys will finally bring an end here to this Neon. But a havoc has been wrought. Push out of the smoke here from Mako, a double take from Jitboys. Turning his pressure right in front of him. Down the 10, gets the cam. Trying to hit the shot, Mako tucking back into main, but now the wraparound comes through. Premi arriving over at drop. The swing out, and Premi's there on the cross angle. Talon. You have to suspect Mako was likely getting the read that it was going to be Premi rotating through that defender spawn as well. Well, meanwhile, just a peek in towards main.
So
and
Premi has the better right hand there.
In this case, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just pistols for DRX though. Wouldn't mind seeing some orbitainment, but Premi wants to stop that.
Peeking, finding one. Mako just, hip fire action, looking to steady it, eventually does. And Jitboys wasn't able to find.
Oh, he's got a
Premi.
Premi.
The sewer, he's got the angle at the ready.
30 seconds.
Freeing, just walking right into it. And there you go, Predator ace found. The DRX themselves have been bringing shotguns forward into tower. As frantically looking for some damage there on the reveal, unable to find anything with the Guardian. Bane just pushes forward. Jitboy's going to be taken down. Sight now opened up as Kahlua just strafes in. I believe Estrella, maybe blind shot, is able to go ahead and find that kill. Full position. Freeing, these shots just dancing around his head, but he's got his sights trained on Cruz.
Of course, sending the Guardians here, look for some damage.
It's still just the bonus here for Talon. Dropping this round, still will have them up by 3. Decently cozy position. And Premi, kill or death, will have that ult online.
One enemy remaining.
See if he's going to be able to find anything. Otherwise, it's looking like a flawless here for the side of DRX. Backpedal, getting away here from the angles. Creating even more distance, so yeah, it seems like Premi not quite going to be able to get it done. And rushing forward. And overall, nothing going to be spotted. Some noise made, and Estrella will just swing out, says, yeah, I would like to get my rolling thunder.
Forward in towards A main, team in tow.
Shot sent out there as well, nearly finding a fishing shot over on towards Jitboys, but it's going to be Kahlua instead taken down as Estrella finds that kill, opens up the rope. Premi repositioning, shifts over, gets over towards drop, but now is alone on trying to hold this side, finds the first hit. Freeing going to be taken down by this plant horse. This ult is going to be invested here. Mako, though, peeking in the door, able to find one. Bane going to be taken down. Premi finds the op shot. Now, Mako and Estrella needing to try to fight their way out of this one. The ladder has fallen. Diffuse being held to half the swing in. Mako with a 4K. We'll get DRX. That no lingers, no flanks.
Here.
Just Ty about to push up here and instantly die. Solid headshot there from Bane. As now it starts falling apart a little bit here for Talon on the thrifty attempt.
Yeah.
For the start, it was looking very possible. It was Jiggle Peak, Molly going to be sent. Cruz just swinging out, trying to strafe over the top of that one with a shorty in hand, but it's only going to be minor damage found. As DRX looking for a flawless.
If Hyunmin did get the kill, he would have the ult online too.
Catch up plenty. I think, you'd rather get this over to Freeing.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to do so. So Team Ace, flawless.
Towards in the review potentially, and
Molly towards tower. Hyunmin sprinting in, trying to find a catch. Jitboys, does he get caught by that? Spray across him. Yep, just a pixel out of place there. Titan spotted. Jitboys, however, on the jump, still going to be good for one, but Freeing quickly trades it back.
Operator for Primi here as well. Definitely needs a line of sight.
Green with the plant gives him the Armageddon now.
And also no smokes because Thai was down first. It makes this retake a little bit more difficult.
Do they toggle the camera at all? Bane does.
Ooh,
Does he spot him? I don't think
it
he did. Pring has no idea. Right there into the elbow, and he's going to be kicking Bane. And how did you not see him?
Just remember, orbital strike for Marco here.
He's tucked down into sewers. Has it at the ready. There's a stun. Orbital not going to be finding any eliminations, but shoves them back, shoves them in towards tower, and the shots right now being hit are damn clean. It's another team ace, this time far from flawless.
Put out really early on in the piece. He's not in the right position to play counter to anything fast, like Hyunmin is just sending out right now.
Spotted up nearly, has him lined up, and Cruz still will take quite a bit of damage there on the collapse, down to 53. Keeps himself alive here for the moment. Just a 1-for-1 thus far. It's Primi peeking in, dead. Mako finding the kill, the Armageddon just rolling out that red carpet here to shove them back. Cruz is going to look to fill the space here, chasing the explosions, and then on the peak is able to find one. Now, answering Armageddon, keeps him locked in position. Bane finds the headshot, gets a near depth reveal, and that tells all for Thai and Chip Boys.
Can set yourselves up for a post-plant scenario now as well. Marco's still with the incendiary. Counter neural theft.
Spike planted.
Know that they can safely get themselves through the door. Bane swinging out, dead. Wanted to try to get the peek there before that final ping.
Watching this before.
But now just hugs into the corner at the time, starting to get away from them a bit. Straight forward, both players position confirmed. Mako finding the first. Swings out, Shit Boys.
No problem.
Has the headshot and has the defuse. I thought maybe Mako would send out the molly, but didn't think that he had enough time.
A little bit. Gonna try and sniff out where this trap is though first, Hyunmin.
Gets the catch, he's gonna be ping revealed, spray across, and Jit Boys eventually able to find it. Retoggles the cam, steadies the spray. Estrella gonna be taken down, Jit Boys at 8 HP, still finding value. Comes away with a third, and suddenly as the dust settles, we're in for a 2v2. Both players approaching from Talon, making their way up through tree. Ult at the ready, sent, invested, dodged. Both sides not cleared out. The snapback coming through, he survives. But Bane is there to capitalize.
Not planning for him.
It is not planned for him at all. Thousands kill. Let's see if he can add another one on top of that. Off the defuse is Kahlua, and it's going to be a Red Bull clutch. As
Swings in favor of DRX with the economy. I mentioned it just before, right? Yeah, the ult game was looking a little bit stronger for Talon, but the weaponry mark, yeah, not so much. They take a knee. Down on the pistols here. Hope to find a cheeky round.
Chip Boys has been doing wonders here for the team, but in this position is not going to be able to do too much. Just a classic there to try to hold down, barring some kills being found here in the next few seconds, but nothing spotted quite just yet. Mako, shoulder not noticed. That's going to be a weapon nearly handed over. Bane is there to try to protect, sees it picked up, knows where Kahlua's position is at, and he's a little bit off on the shot. Now stunned up, now about to be taken down, and suddenly that orbital strike looks a bit tastier here. The Fring, though, able to find one more. Primi going to be taken down. 3v3 as Hyunmin sprinting around, gets a headshot on the Cruz. Things getting a little bit scattered here for the side of DRX, but a round victory still is going to be found. The lead theirs. Clears out the cam over on that A side of the map.
Oh, Cruz.
I'm interested, but yeah, Cruz now sliding forward, taking space here within the smoke. Slightly red, and he goes out on a timing, maybe thinking that it was just going to be one.
The A side, bit different.
This will still prove to be difficult to try to get into. That Rolling Thunder is available. They're going to go ahead and open up with the orbital strike, but Thai repositioning, plants his feet to find one. Estrella going to be taken down fast lane, only going to last for so long, and they get unstunned just in time as Mako finds a headshot. High now dead, orbital, not something that they have to concern themselves with on the side of DRX now. This Chip Boy's flushed out, it's just chaos, no one knowing where anyone is. But it's DRX with the player advantage. Primi on the drop down, being spotted, the re-swing, the double face, and now the match point.
The double swing as well, so now it has to be flawless for Talon. They'll stampede in towards tree to get some further information, and Kahlua will open up the books by finding Hyunmin.
Certainly a good kill to be found. Primi Still pushing forward. Mako seemingly reading this, but Bane now picked apart the rope ride. Primi, he's right here. They spotted him out. He finds the first, but he can't quite get that second. Still though, hold on to this ultimate unless you can get it to a close position. Oh, there's the smoke out. Mako gonna be dropped. If you have a raise, you definitely give it credence a jet as well. This could certainly catch them completely off guard. Now for now though, at the ready. Cruz, he's able to find one. Hyunmin taking down Cruz, finding a second. Does eventually get picked up. Molly sent. Bane not within it. Does manage to get that neural theft reveal. Ping out knows. This one just on the opposite side here of the site. Tries to swing for it, finds the headshot, but Primi over from that gen position.
No smokes available for Mako.
No corpse here for Jit Boys, unless he can get himself over to Arcade. Straya anticipating the pressure here, the position on the site. Plays off his util, finds the shot. Primi looking for a little bit more. Comes away with it, and now it is all down to Mako. Molly having to be invested. Primi trying to get the catch here. Slow up his time, but as Mako swings out, he is double facing. Talon clean up the round. 12-12, we're going to OT.
And now they're not going to be plagued with any haphazard buys as well. They're going to have what they need. They can consider if they want to get another operator back out, but I think Primi's looked a bit better, for example. Happy enough to frolic around the north side of the map.
Jit Boys walking forward. Cam check, and Mako now just there, striking from behind. Expect that there's going to be some follow-ups. The Molly does get sent. Hyunmin at the meantime. Here, trapped at top site. Stunned up. Recovers, but then Primi is right there on top of him. Headshot. Stim to open the door. Kahlua to try to hold it. The backup coming through. Cruz here, shoulder to shoulder with his teammate. They go 1-for-1. Mako, however, fighting back as Freeing finds Primi. And Ty's position is known. Time still on their side, but now into the 1v1. Ty looking for it, but Freeing finding it. Gets the headshot as he's popping off. And DRX will once again themselves.
Post plant, these are always so
Mako
scrappy.
Pressure on both sides. Hears it, faces it. Has to backpedal away though as the plant coming through here on the side. Steadies for one. Looks for a little bit more. Re-swing some damage. Delta Straya going to be dead at the same time as Cruz is able to find that kill. Now a 4v3. Bane, he's riding the rope.
Did they hear this?
Swinging around the back. Right now, no pings. Softens it as he arrives here onto the south side. And this could be absolutely devastating for Talon. Bane is looking to undo them. Swings in, sees one, sees two, strikes now. Hyunmin at the same time. Able to find two back on the site. It's just Kahlua. If he finds the one, he gets himself a Rolling Thunder. 8 bullets, but no hope in hell. Hyunmin will get the 3K.